Ladies, what friendly actions have you done that men thought you were leading them on but you're really just platonically friendly? Mod note, unlocked after moderation cleanup. Do not derail to try to rationalize, justify, or otherwise explain away the responses that someone is giving to this question. Their answer is not about you and you don't need to take personal offense or try to explain it. They're answering about their own personal experiences. Respect that. Please report all rule breaking. Just talking to them. Literally treating them like a human. Laughing and making eye contact. Literally doing my job as a customer service friendly barista. Asked him how things were going with his girlfriend. Just talking, just doing my job, just smiling, just answering if they asked for directions, just sitting in a park wearing sunglasses and reading a book. When I was fresh in college, I happened to become friends with a guy I had some classes in common with. Really just small talk when you happen to see each other. At some point I was like, hey, when I move into my new shared apartment soon, I'll definitely invite you to the housewarming party, which I then did 2 weeks later. The thing is, he apparently thought I was talking about a housewarming party as an excuse to invite him to my house. He was very surprised and obviously disappointed when he arrived and there was actually a party there. He then left very quickly. Existing while being busty. Existing. Making eye contact while holding a normal conversation. At least that's the justification used by the guy who assaulted me. You keep making eye contact. I know you want me. I used to work as a ski instructor in my hometown, which is a popular ski resort. I spent a lot of time with people and gave them praise and encouragement. They're on vacation, they want to have fun learning. I have been indecently proposed many times, I have been slipped hotel room keys, and I swear after a 1-hour lesson one guy thought I was his girlfriend. It actually makes me sad that some guys hear encouragement so little that when they hear it they grip on so tight to the source. Being polite and friendly. Saying hello. Showing any kind of enthusiasm for an idea they have at work. A coworker pitched an idea in a meeting and I remarked that it was a really good one. After the meeting he asked me out. I was like, sorry, bro. I said it was a good idea, not you were a good idea. A few years ago, I attended our university department's Christmas dinner. We were a small group of 8 people and majority already knew each other from work. One person was unknown to everyone because he was a visiting lecturer, but he decided to show up anyway. He ended up sitting between my fellow tutor and I and kept talking about his academic interests and some other stuff. I wasn't interested. I had our professor on my other side and we got along well enough talking about holiday plans. But he kept trying to make conversation with me and so I listened and nodded and gave short answers whenever I was asked a question. He bored me so much. Later that evening when we were all leaving he gave me a hug. I didn't think anything of it. I know lots of people who hug as a greeting/goodbye. He also hugged the other tutor goodbye. I met up with a friend that evening and told her how bored I was having to chat with him. A day later I received 2 mails from him. The first one is addressed to the entire department thanking all of us for the lovely evening. The second one was just addressed to me, saying how great it was to get to know me, that he had looked up my hometown and how nice it was he had asked where I'm from, and that he feels like we've known each other for years and if I would like to go out when he's back in town for his lecture. That came out of nowhere. I asked my fellow tutor if she'd gotten a similar mail, but she hadn't. So I felt really confused and a little uncomfortable. Decided that not responding was probably the best option and that would be the end, or so I thought. 2 months later I got another email from him titled T7 and saying he'd be there in a week and gave me his number and again asked to go out. I seriously have no idea how he got the impression that I was anything but bored during those little chats. I talked to him for maybe 15 minutes throughout the evening. To be specific, I had a gym member. I work at the gym. Break down out front with his dog in the car at like 9 p.m. when I knocked off, so I gave him a lift home to drop off puppy and get tools, then back to his car. He got mad a few weeks later because he didn't realize I was in a relationship. Like, bro, I didn't want your dog stuck on the side of the road. I would literally do that for anyone. Complimented his Totoro keychain. Led to a weeks-long crush on me on his part, which finally ended when I went on an anti-Trump rant. This was just before the 2016 election, which apparently scared him off. Yay, seriously though. I liked Totoro, so naturally I must have been hitting on him? I roll. Just listening and asking questions. Sorry dude, it's called having a conversation. I work as a receptionist in an apartment block, so I literally have to be nice and talkative to everyone I meet because these people all live here and I have to assist them every day. This means I see and talk to the same people every single day. I cannot even count the amount of men who live here that have asked for my number or asked me to go out sometime, simply because when they stop to talk to me I have to engage in that conversation and they think it's because I want to engage in conversation. They are literally always confused and are like, you're so friendly and always smiling and so great to talk to, and I'm like, that is literally not my actual personality dude. It makes it awkward because I still have to see them after that. Talking to them, seriously. The amount of grown men that have seen me talking politely as interest is absolutely amazing. Now I don't talk to guys that I don't know. Giving advice about puppy care, which he asked. This other time, giving tips and tricks on baking, which, again, he asked. Two different men sigh. Living on the same plane of existence as them. Work discussion and it was interpreted as I'm in love with him. And I owe him an explanation why I don't want to marry him. Talking to them like a human being. Taking any kind of interest in their hobbies or asking how their day is. Smiling. Laughing. It's annoying. Worked customer service. Agreeing to dance with him in a dance class we were both in. Because he started talking up all his volunteer work and then asked if I wanted to go on a date. My honest and immediate response was to laugh out loud because this guy was 30 years older than I was. I'm a big gift giver. I like buying things for my friends. I knew a guy who loved Transformers. I saw a watch that was $10 on special at a store closing down. I bought it for him. He tried to tell me he didn't feel the same, and I'm like, huh? I saw it. I thought of you. I also bought a Deadpool figure for another mate, and some anime things for another at the same store. I was just trying to be nice. Treating them the same way I'd treat a female friend, e.g. replying to their messages, generally being polite and friendly. Said hello while working. He showed up in a suit and tie to ask me out. Said he felt we'd shared something. Told them to stop talking to me but didn't block them on social media. Exist. Too much eye contact. Smiled and said hi, while working a customer service job. Responding with kindness. Just the other night I was helping a fellow customer because he was having issues with his vape. I used to run a vape shop. This guy chased me down when I was in my car leaving to ask me out. Granted, he was polite. But still. Lol. Glanced in their general direction in a hallway. Talking to them, being friendly, having things in common. I never showed any romantic interest or put out signals. I chose someone else, not knowing how he really felt. We'll call him J, and the man I chose is P. I didn't realize that J thought I was leading him on until I watched him storm off when P kissed my forehead. P and I started dating, and after about a year, he told me what happened. J had called him that evening and yelled at P, "You stole her from me." The conversation got ugly and P just stated the facts. She made her choice. P and I have been together for 7 years now and J still has feelings for me. Smile while serving them food or coffee, or while ringing them up at a store, because it was my job. People in retail and food service are required to be friendly toward you. They are instructed to smile and talk to you. How is this so confusing? No, if you are middle-aged, buying a donut from a high schooler, she's not being extra special nice to you because you are just so irresistible among the hundreds of old guys who come into Dunkin' Donuts. You are not entitled to shoot your shot because some unfortunate girl was required to smile at you. Develop self-awareness and don't harass people when they are working. I can be a little chatty and happy a lot. In 9th grade, a senior thought I had a crush on him because I was always talking to him in class. No, I was just being friendly. It was very awkward. Same thing happens as I get older. I meet someone and we get to talking and they think, oh, you know what? You're pretty. And you talk to me. Let's date like cut the cameras right now. Asking him if something was wrong. I had a group of friends of mixed genders, 7 of us that were real close. One of my friends moved away from town, and I let him sleep on my couch for a few days while he was back visiting. Very awkward when I had to establish boundaries with him still staying on my couch. Invited an acquaintance new to town to hike with a group of people. Invited a guy who had broken his ankle and was housebound out to see a stupid community theater performance so he had a reason to not be home alone. Greeted new neighbor as he moved in. Smiling. And shaking hands of colleagues at the office. My mere existence, and I'm not even attractive. I once asked a man where the light switch in the bathroom was. He told everyone who would listen that I was into him. It was completely ridiculous. Or there was the time I asked to buy a bag of weed and the fool told my man that I was hitting on him and he should find a new girl who respected him. I was floored. SN. I never really saw myself as attractive until stuff like that started happening. It really boosted my ego. Everything lol. Smiling, chatting, laughing. Texted him first literally one time, to be nice. He's twice my age and my former manager. He texted me like every day for the next week-ish, which I eventually just began ignoring. Let's just say I worked customer service. Lol. Being in an earthly body. I have no clue how it keeps happening, but I've had 4 separate catch-ups that have secretly been dates and I've been none the wiser until I've been there. I don't know if these guys just don't get the concept of genuinely platonic friends or what. I had some romantic interest in one of these guys, but we were both in relationships, so I was content to have him as a friend. The others, I had no feelings for, so I'm baffled as to how I might have led them on. Offering to buy/cook/send them some food when they expressed they were sick. I smiled. Holding the door open for him. Smiling and saying hi. Just saying hi. Talking about similar interests. Smile at them while working in hospitality. Any form of communication. Being nice. Like, bruh, I'm just being paid to be here at work. You aren't special, please be on your way. Hanging out just the two of us. I thought that was how you made friends, since that's what I would do to grow a female friendship, but he interpreted it as something you would only do if you were romantically interested. Saying hello with a smile. Asking about their lives. There was a free seat next to me on the bus and I pointed this out to a guy who was standing. By literally just being nice to them. I've said hi and good morning a few times and have had men instantly hit on me afterwards. Sometimes it makes me not want to say hi to strangers. I don't want to be stopped to talk to someone when I'm going about my day. Sometimes it's okay, like in a grocery store, but if I'm walking somewhere it's annoying. Smiling at them. Taking interest in them. Being alive. Smiled. Waved. Was nice and polite. Talked to them. Was there a friend? It doesn't take much for some. To answer your follow-up, I knew because they said why they thought I was interested/why they approached me. Asking about his kids during a Q&A assignment at uni and mentioning mine were of the same age. Smiling at them because my job demands it.